Hello everyone and welcome to the Transit Nomad Family Singapore Public Transit Operation Footage City Transportation Vlog. Before we get started, I'd like to let you know that I'm currently in East and Southeast Asia for a few months, and during this time I'm recording lots of exclusive content comparing many different cities in the region to help you decide which ones you should visit, while also saving you lots of time and money with practical tips on how to get the most out of your trip. For example, Singapore is one of the most expensive destinations in the world, but I know a way how you can save hundreds or maybe thousands of dollars when visiting Singapore, and it's not something that others talk about on YouTube. So head over to buymeacoffee.com/transitnomad using the link below and donate any amount of your choice, no matter how big or how small, to get access to my most helpful exclusive content on Singapore, Kuala Lumpur, Bangkok, Hong Kong, and many other cities in Asia, Europe, and the United States. With that being said, we are currently on board bus number 903, heading to Woodlands Transit Hub, which is one of the biggest transit hubs here in Singapore. We do have a couple of stops left, so I hope you enjoy the ride, and then we'll go take a little walk around exploring the hub itself. There are a couple of different MRT lines intersecting, as well as many different bus routes available at that hub. I've been there already, and it's a very cool place to explore. And right now we are on board a double-decker bus on the second floor. If you want to have a scenic public transportation experience, this is the best seat that you can try to get when you're visiting Singapore. Go up to the second floor and go to the very front. You're gonna have an amazing experience with pretty cool views. I love the color of their double-decker buses, lime green, so nice and catchy. I love it. Also, I noticed they have a pretty good variety of different bus models operating on city streets, and that includes many different brands. I've seen Volvos, MAN, Mercedes, and lots of different Chinese buses. And also they have single-decker buses, double-decker buses, articulated bendy buses, you name it. You can find lots of different transit vehicles operating in the city streets. Another thing I noticed is that it takes time for the lights to change to green. It's a huge contrast if I were to compare it with Budapest, where I was staying for a while recently, and over there lights change to green very quickly. You don't have to wait too long, but here in Singapore it does take a while, sometimes a couple of minutes for the light to change to green, and it definitely slows down the speed of buses, or if you're walking around, it takes longer to wait for the green light before crossing the street. You can see the MRT elevated line next to us. We are approaching that transit hub called Woodlands. This transit hub is certainly a great destination for public transport enthusiasts because you can see so many different buses here. And they have lots of different bays, and each bay is serviced by several routes. so it's very cool to explore it in this way, and very convenient also if you're transferring from MRT to buses. The directions are pretty straightforward. We're gonna take a little walk around and take a look at what I'm talking about, but first we have to exit. This is what the bus looks like in the back and in the front. Very cool. So lots of bus action, as you can tell. Tell me how many buses is enough, and then double that, and that's what you're gonna see here at this transit hub. Really cool place. I also noticed that not all buses are lime green. I believe they have different bus companies, or I'm not sure what the difference is. I think it's about the bus company, because that one, the one we just rode was SMRT, but the one we are looking at, the gray one, is by Tower Transit. So I believe that is another bus company here in Singapore. Oh, once you exit, oh, I believe I have to wait until somebody else wants to. Okay, like this. That's funny. Did you scan both cards? Okay. All right. So let's take a little look here at all this information that's displayed. As you can see, this is Woodlands area, and they give you a map of different kinds of destinations here and different routes. You can see they have a lot of routes that are stopping here, and they also have digital signs with estimated bus arrival times. You can see when the bus arrives or when it's about to leave, they will open the gates. And this way, what's good about it is that you can stay indoors hiding from rain in a very comfortable air-conditioned environment. And then when your bus approaches, then you go outside and get on the bus. You don't have to wait in the heat or in the rain. And you can see these are the live updates on the bus arrival times. For example, you can see here the departure times of the next bus, and also the bus that is behind it, the following one after that. I was hoping to see 903, the one we just rode, but it looks like it's not on this sign because probably there's no boarding for that bus on this side. This transit hub also has another side, so it's a very big hub, and I'm pretty sure not all buses are stopping on this side. Maybe the other half of them. Oh, I see 903, 123 and 129. You can see the frequency is about 5-6 minutes, 7 minutes on many of these routes. This goes to those people who think that 15 minutes is a high frequency. I definitely don't think that 15 minutes is a high frequency. High frequency is 2-3 minutes, maybe 5 minutes, that is high frequency. And 7 minutes, maybe that is still high frequency. But 15 minutes is more like medium frequency, especially if you compare different cities in Europe and Asia, if you don't go by the United States. Because yeah, in the United States, maybe 15 minutes is high because a lot of buses operate every 30 minutes or every hour. And that's why some people believe that 15 minutes is a high frequency. But I consider the whole world, and in my opinion, Anything under 2-3 minutes is super high frequency, maybe 5 to 7 minutes is high frequency, and 15 to 20 minutes is medium frequency, and then everything beyond 30 minutes is low frequency, maybe something like that. Maybe I should make a video. Think about it first and then make a video, because right now I'm sharing just my random thoughts without thinking about it too much first. So this definitely is a good thing because it's a live video, it's unedited. You get the real-time experience of being here, but also the thing that is a disadvantage is the fact that I do not prepare enough, maybe, and I don't know exactly what I'm going to talk about other than just the general topic, but I don't know exactly I don't have like a script in this case. So some information may be outdated or inaccurate, or it might be just my personal opinion, not really backed by any kind of data or something like that. You can see they have toilets, and by the way, these are free toilets. In Asia you can find free type public toilets almost everywhere, which is a good thing. You can also see clear signage with different bus lines, and also if you were to go to take MRT, which is their metro or subway, you would need to follow this escalator to go up, and that's what we're gonna do right now, and take a look at the way this transfer works, because we just got off the bus over there and now we're gonna ride it up, and I believe that's gonna bring us very close to the MRT entrance, which is very convenient for those who are commuting, making it a very easy transfer. You don't have to spend too much time looking around for things. Also, this transit hub, I've been here before, as I said earlier in this video, and they have a lot of stores, convenience stores, fast food chains, and other little places where you can buy things, where you can take care of your business on the way. So it's very convenient. You don't have to go somewhere else to have something to eat or to buy something that you need for your home. You can just do it here. This is called transit-oriented development, which means basically building places that are not just transit hubs, but also people can live here, they can work here, and they can take care of their business here, and they can also have fun here. So they can do lots of different things in one place. Everything is within walking distance, and it's also very convenient to use public transportation. And this is just one of the many hubs like this in Singapore, and that is something that I think many cities could learn as far as designing more places like this that are convenient for people, and making our life easier and more productive without having to go to a bunch of different places to do things that you can do in one place. Now you can see two different MRT lines intersecting here. There is the NSL line, which I believe stands for North-South line, and then TEL line, which I'm not sure what that stands for. I wish they just had the red line and the brown line, but in this case they go by these abbreviations, and a lot of them are like east, west, north, south, east something. It's not that easy to remember, but if you look at the color, that's for me personally, that's how I can tell which line I need. So we are going to take the brown line, TEL line, to go to the city center, and it is a little bit of a further walk as far as I remember. Let's see. Let's take a look. I hope we are going in the right direction. It does take some time to avoid getting lost in these kind of places because they are so big. There's so much stuff to see over here and to do, and you get a little bit distracted. But it's also very convenient, as I was saying earlier. I think I have a feeling we went wrong way. The sign said you have to go turn around and go back, but we went straight forward, but it's okay. We can take a look at this street over here and then go back. No big deal. can see some office centers located right nearby the transit hub, which is very cool, and some shopping malls as well. I believe that might be, oh, it looks like it's a civic center, so it's a building for people to get their marriage license or maybe take care of their business documents, paperwork, maybe some tax things. Pretty cool. Everything is very convenient. So let's go back and see if we can find that brown line. That's one thing that you have to keep in mind in Asia. Some of these transfer hubs, they are so big that it does take a little bit of time, especially if you are visiting for the first time. It takes a little bit of time to find the right line. It's not difficult, it just takes time. And believe it or not, this is not even rush hour right now. Imagine what's going on here during rush hour. I try to avoid those times if I can, because I want to have a chill experience when I'm traveling. But sometimes if you have to go to work, there's no way to avoid it. So okay, this is where we came from, over here, the bus station. And now if we were to go to the brown line, do you remember which way to go to the brown line? The sign said go over there or something like that. I believe this is the exit we came out of, right here. And now as we exit, I see a brown line sign on the left. They give you updates that all lines operate on time currently. And supposedly in order to go to the brown line, we need to make a left. Okay, may I have my card, please? In order to enter the system, you need to scan your credit card. All credit cards are accepted, including American Express as well as Visa and MasterCards, making it convenient for people from all over the world. And then you need to tap it again when you exit, because this is how they calculate the distance that you traveled. And this allows them to make sure you don't get charged extra, because if you don't tap out when you exit, you might be charged the full fare from end to end. This applies to both buses and MRT system. So make sure you tap in and tap out, because fares are based on distance. So this looks like the red line, I believe. We can see this train departing. Let's capture the way it leaves the station. What's really cool about this line is that parts of it are elevated, giving you some pretty cool scenic views like this, what we are looking at right now. But the bad part about it that I noticed is that sometimes trains stop at stations for too long. I remember situations where I've had to wait for a little bit longer than I wanted to before being able to depart. And this happened at the next stop, and the next stop, and the next stop. And instead of just letting people board for 15 seconds or 30 seconds, it would wait for like maybe a minute, sometimes 2 minutes. And if this happens at every stop, you can see how that can easily add another 10 or 20 minutes to your total travel time. Bay Shore, this looks like our train. Let's see if we can make it. I don't think so. We'll just wait for the next one, probably. The frequency during off-peak hours is about 5 to 7 minutes. You're supposed to stand on the left and walk on the right. In the Western world, it's kind of the opposite, but here you're supposed to drive on the left side and walk on the left side. And when you're entering the MRT system, you're supposed to stand on the left side unless you want to walk. And that is our train leaving. As expected, you can see this line is underground, so it's not scenic in any way. It doesn't even make sense to film it that much, but I did film it a little bit in my other videos. Let's go ahead and take a look at the map over here. You can see that the lines are very long. Very long. It takes over an hour to get from end to end. And right now we are located at Woodlands Transport Hub, which is right over here. And the red line that we saw, it would go, if you were to take it to the city center, you would need to go this way and then get off somewhere around here. That is the city center. And if you were to take the brown line, it's a little bit more straight, and also I noticed that the stops are not as long when you're riding it, and you can also take it somewhere around here. In the end, they also intersect over here, but the brown line keeps going all the way somewhere else, while the red line is terminating at Marina South Pier. And our destination today is this station right here, Harbourfront Station, because we would like to go to Sentosa Island. We haven't been there yet, and it looks like a cool place to explore. They also have a monorail. I'm hoping to capture that on video too, so feel free to take a look at my channel video page if you want to find more videos about Singapore. They also have these signs too that clearly tell you which stations are going to follow depending on which direction you want to go, and they also give you clear signs like this side is to go to Bay Shore and listing all the stops, and then that side is to go to Woodlands North, listing only one more stop that remains before the train terminates. You can see the stations are very spacious. They are definitely designed for a lot of people, very comfortable. Also clean toilets, air conditioning, no trash. Everything is very comfortable. I actually really appreciate the way they designed it, and this is a very enjoyable experience overall. I mean, as enjoyable as it can be taking the subway trains, because I'm not a huge fan of subway trains. You don't see the views as much. I prefer trams or buses or elevated trains that allow you to see the scenery. So if I have a choice, I always prefer the scenic route. But also sometimes if you want to get somewhere faster and you want to know what time you get there for sure without being delayed, then MRT can be more reliable due to the fact that it doesn't have to share the road with cars, and this makes it faster, obviously. Let's see if we can walk up these steps a little bit so I can capture a nice shot of the train arriving, hopefully, at the station. Because they have these glass doors, it's really hard to capture the trains nicely. And also I noticed that they don't have that many seats. If you want to get a seat, you have to board at the last stop, or you have to be lucky. Like right now you can see so many people are gonna take this line, and this reminds me that maybe we should go and get in line, because I don't want to stand for over 30 minutes. I want a seat. How about you? Would you want to stand or sit? Let's see.
Attention please. The train at platform C will end its service at Beishou. The train at platform C will end its service at Beishou.
And after we get on the train, I'll just film the ride a little bit, and I'll then terminate the video because I don't want to cause too much disturbance while I'm filming. But I did want to mention that whether you're currently in Asia, Europe, USA, or anywhere else, if you haven't done much long-term or long-distance traveling lately, I would like to challenge you to broaden your horizons and give it a try. When you visit new places, you might find yourself feeling happier and more fulfilled, with new ideas, inspiration, and motivation to accomplish your life goals. And this is not just my personal opinion, it's something that's been confirmed by scientific research. In the worst case scenario, you'll just learn how to appreciate your home country more. And as an active traveler and business owner with experience, I might be able to assist you with trip planning, life coaching, and business consulting, with all the details available at buymeacoffee.com/transitnomad, or through the link in the video description below. This is where you can also find lots of exclusive content on many different cities around the world, my secret tips, PDF guides, and the option to request a custom video on any topic that matters to you. Thank you everyone for watching, commenting, liking, and subscribing. I appreciate you being a part of the Transit Nomad family, and look forward to seeing you in the next one.
Please do not lean against the train doors. Next station, Woodlands South. Bye-bye. not lean against the train doors. Next station, Spring River.